Chelsey Anderson, how are you?
Hey,
Welcome to the show.
what's up, guys?
How are you?
Good, good. How you guys doing?
Can't complain. Can't complain. But thank you for coming on the show. Congratulations on the knockout. We don't usually see women getting knockouts, let alone that explosive.
Yeah,
Take us back to that fight, and what can you tell us about that performance?
yeah. So the fight was in Colorado. Went out 10 days early, try to get used to that altitude, which I did not. So that was rough. But that girl Hannah Turlep, she was undefeated, 5-0. She used to be Michaela Mayer's sparring partner, so I knew it was going to be a tough fight out in where she's from. Um, but yeah, I mean, it was a real tough fight. It was good. And the last minute of that round, I knew I had her hurt, so I just, was laser focused on getting that finish because I got to finish her in her hometown, and got it done.
For sure. I also seen that you fought Jessica. Was it Jessica Juarez? Yeah, she's a common opponent with Sky Nicholson and a couple of
Yes,
other good girls. How was that?
that was a good fight. I got a stoppage in the last round. Her eye was pretty messed up, so I dropped her in the last round, and then the ref stopped it TKO. But she was
Yeah.
good. It was a good too. Fight a lot
So
of pretty good girls.
I know. Your trainer believes you have, the type of style that is television friendly and the power that we don't normally see. That being
Yep.
said, you do only have two recorded knockouts.
Mhm.
Uh, Care to elaborate?
Now it's three. So BoxRec for some reason hasn't put up my last fight. It just disappeared off the page, so waiting for that. So now it's 703 knockouts. But I've gotten a knockdown in almost every single fight, but now I'm learning how to use my power better and get an actual finish instead of just a knockdown. So,
So take us to the beginning. What got you into this sport? Why boxing for you?
what got me into the sport and a fun story is my dad actually brought me to the gym 10 years ago when I got sober off of drugs and alcohol. Um,
How
you
hard
know,
the drugs? I gotta know.
How hard the drugs?
Yeah.
Meth, heroin, all that stuff.
Holy shit! No way. How
Yup.
long? How long
Uh,
was the addiction period?
um, a couple years. It was mostly meth, and then I switched to alcohol. Actually, 'cause, I thought alcohol wasn't a drug, so then I started drinking a lot and all that. But yeah, now I'm completely sober. Don't drink, don't do nothing for 10 years now.
What drove you to it, in your opinion?
I guess I had no purpose in my life, and I wasn't happy within myself. So just got high and drunk to take away whatever I was feeling.
And you use boxing to get rid of the addiction?
Yep.
Wow.
Yep.
Amazing. How was
Back then,
that?
I was just, boxing twice a week just for fun. And I played ice hockey too for fun because I started playing hockey when I
Wait,
was
wait,
4.
wait, wait. Slow down. So when you say you were boxing twice a week for fun, were you like one of the what gym owners call bag beaters, like the moms who just go to for fitness, beating on the
Yep.
bag? So
Yep.
then someone had to see something in you.
No, I did a couple of smoker fights and I was like, oh
What?
my God, so
Wait, wait,
fun.
wait,
Like,
wait,
that was
wait,
so
wait.
fun. I want to do it again.
Hold on, hold on. How do you go from beating the bag to like, yeah, I want to compete?
I don't know. It just slowly started happening. I just, started going more and more. And I'm like, this is fun. I was having fun. I was actually doing like Muay Thai and Jiu-Jitsu and all that. Over the years, I was doing more martial arts, but then I'm just
And this is all taking place where in Cali?
in Cali, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, and then I stuck with boxing. I'm like, that's the one that I love the most. And then I did some smoker fights, and I told my then coach, I said, that was fun. I want to do that again. Maybe I'll try amateurs. And then he sent me to my guy Bobby now.
So he sent you to your trainer now.
Yeah.
And how many amateur fights did you get in before you decided to turn pro?
Had 8 amateur fights.
So why was 8 the number where you're like, I'm gonna just
It
go ahead
probably
and turn pro? What did you like and not like about the amateur system?
it was actually pretty hard to find fights in amateurs as well. Especially back then there was no girls. I mean, I fought the same girls a couple of times and then we had an opportunity turn pro, which probably it still is a little too early, but we did it, and I'm glad I did, and here I am now.
Now, you're fighting at 135. Do you feel like that's the weight you'll be able to win a world title?
Yeah, why not?
No,
Now
just
that Katie
asking
dropped
because
all the belts, now that Katie dropped all the belts, they're all free, and there's going to be a lot of fights to be made.
absolutely, just asking because a lot of fighters, tend to not necessarily fight at the weight unless they need to get to that weight because there's a title on the line. So I wanted to be sure, maybe you weren't willing to go down or up.
Yeah, I can
So
make 130 no, but 135 is good. 140, whatever happens, both are good. I can make 35.
for sure. So what's next?
I don't know. I don't know yet. Hopefully, now that I'm back ranked again, hopefully BoxRec updates my page soon. But so I'm back ranked again as number 5 in the world on BoxRec. So those top 10 girls, hopefully I can get a fight with one of those girls to kind of get me in line for that title shot. Because I know that Caroline Dubois, she's fighting for a title soon. So those kind of fights I'm looking forward to, and get a couple more fights in and get that title shot.
And the last fight that's not on BoxRec took place exactly when?
March 23rd.
Okay, okay. So that was the other day. That was the highlight reel he sent me.
That was the highlight reel, yeah.
All right, all right.
Yeah, they haven't updated it. It was on there and then it just disappeared completely. So we're trying to figure that out.
So why? Let me double check, make sure I'm on. Yeah, why that year hiatus then?
I couldn't find a fight. We tried all the time.
Who is your manager?
I don't have one.
Nor promoter.
No promoter, no.
Have you guys spoken to what's our friend's name from Chicago, Danny? Because he has a lot of females. I'm gonna
Rick
give you
Ramos.
Rick
Rick
Ramos.
Ramos.
Have you heard of him?
Yeah.
And Brian Cohen. Have you heard of him? He's got like
Mm.
all the females. Every girl you want to fight is probably signed to Brian Cohen outside of
Well, if
Carolina
I want to
Dubois.
fight them, do I want to sign with them?
I mean, yeah, that's how this. Unfortunately, that's how this business freaking works. You got to be with
Yeah.
with them. If you're not in the in crew, you ain't in the in crew.
Yeah, true.
But since you don't have a manager, who is actively trying to find you fights, and what is your team saying in terms of the next month for you?
Yeah, my Adrian and Bobby both, try to find me fights. I don't really know, very many managers. So, if more people hit me up if they're interested, that'd be great, so I can try to find someone. But you know, I just kind of let them handle it, and we'll try to figure it out. But
For
we
sure,
reach
for
out
sure.
reach
Brian
out to
Cohen
people.
too. I
Yeah,
don't know
no,
if you mentioned
yeah,
Brian.
I mentioned Brian for sure. I mentioned Brian for sure, but you know, in terms of promoters, Manny Rivera out of PA. I'm just mentioning people that deal with women
Mhm.
outside of, obviously Matchroom, who
Right.
Marv Nation. Marv
Marv
Nation, and
Nation,
they're in
and they're
California.
in Cali. They do the shows at the what's the studio? Thunder Studios, is it called?
The Thunder Studios, I believe.
No, you haven't seen.
Where
Okay,
that is.
maybe Adrian and
It's
Bobby
in
know
Long
about
Beach.
it.
I believe, if I'm not
Long Beach.
mistaken, it's
Okay,
in the
yeah, yeah,
Long.
yeah. Yeah, I have seen
So
their shows
it's
there.
like a movie studio that they're using to do like boxing as well.
Yeah,
So
but it's nice shows. It looks good. You got to check out their shows for
what's the
sure.
other one in Cali that our friend is signed to, Avis Griffin? What's that promotion called? They do shows at Thunder Studios also.
CBS, formerly Thompson Boxing. C-
Oh, okay.
Pretty sure that's the ones you're talking about, Danny. But I didn't know Avis was with them. I thought Avis had
Of
a fight on
course.
the Zone coming up.
Yeah, but no, he's been with them if I'm mistaken.
Yeah, but the
Oh,
thing
Or
is,
at
with, like
least
a lot of
at least been fighting on their cards.
I hear you.
you know, a lot of like local promotions. Like I've tried, but there's no other girls out here, so that's the problem. There's not any girls my weight class out here that they bring in, so that's why like local shows it's harder to get fights.
So your last fight with is it Ada?
Yes.
Um, That was for a WBC title. I'm assuming because of the inactivity, you lost that belt because you couldn't
Probably.
defend. Because you couldn't defend.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sucks. It's tough sport. Tough sport. So women's boxing doesn't pay well. What are you doing outside of boxing?
Oh, I teach boxing too. I train
Okay,
people.
that's good. That's good. No, a lot
Yeah.
of boxers usually turn to physical fitness and personal training. Shout out
Yep.
to Andre Durrell doing very well right now,
Good.
getting so many clients out of that boxer gym in Miami. So it's working out for
Yeah.
him.
Yeah.
So have you been able to convert any of your clients? Because I'm sure with your story, no?
No.
I mean, with your story, it's inspirational. If you're teaching someone and they ask you how you got started and they realize that they can be, it would be the same start. I think it's
Yeah,
inspirational.
not yet, but maybe sometime. But I do train this little girl. She's 11 now, I think, but she is she's freaking awesome. Like she loves it. She'll go home, practice, watch videos and practice. Like it's awesome. That's very rare. She's very young and she's like a natural at it. So we'll see what happens with her.
Has she took any amateur fights yet?
Not yet, no. She's only been training a couple months.
Hmm. Man, I just had another one for you, but then we talked about the amateur. Slipped my mind. It was one of the training questions since you're training now as well. But hopefully it doesn't escape me. Danny, anything else for you?
Yeah, I'm just curious. Who is she watching? Like, do you watch tape on certain trainers, like to see what they're saying in the corner or to see certain things they're doing in the gym? Is there any trainers that you kind of like learn from?
I mean, I kind of learn from, my trainers. So a lot of that, I implement with training people too. But yeah, I mean, I guess over the years training with, I've trained with Abel Sanchez at his gym and just training with Freddie Fundora,
Oh
training with other
wow.
coaches too. I've learned a lot of stuff. Yeah.
So you sparred Gabriela.
I have, yeah. Yeah. I've known her for a
How
long time now. Yeah.
how was that? Cause she's so tall and long and
Yeah.
powerful.
She's very powerful. It's funny because she's my height, but she fights at 112, I think. But they're very good at they're very accurate and they're very good at like picking their punches, so they hit in like the correct spots. They hit right here and it hurts.
Yeah.
So they're very good at that. Yeah.
Would you say she felt your pop?
I'm probably I haven't sparred her in a long time though, but yeah.
Yeah, man. Her brother got that big win this Saturday.
I know. I'm so proud of him. Now Freddie's got 2 world champs.
Amazing, right? We just had his promoter on yesterday, and I was saying that it's like, and they're active.
Yeah.
My other co-host, I don't think he's on, but he usually brings up the Duvals who had a woman, a brother and sister champions, but not active. This family actually has two active. But
Hmm.
Chelsey, who, in terms of females, did you look at? Like once you took up the sport, who did you start looking up tape on to, I guess, learn more boxing from or mimic maybe?
Yep. I always loved Holly Holm, but I
Okay.
was watching her boxing fights. Not her MMA. I did watch her MMA too, but I'd go back and watch all of her boxing fights. And I actually watched Cecilia Brækhus a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, with her being the first female undisputed champ and all that. I watched her a lot, so it was actually cool when she started training with Abel. Then I got up to go up there and spar her and train with her too.
How was that experience? She's got
It
a
was
lot of
awesome.
experience herself.
Yeah.
She's been around for a while.
Been around for a while. She's super awesome. It was great. Cool being up in Big Bear with Abel Sanchez. Because I was always a Triple G fan. So being up in Big Bear. That was like 5 years ago already, I think. But yeah, it was really cool.
For sure, man. You need some activity, man. You got to get out there and you know, get the name out there a little bit more because that's a hot division 135.
Yep. Yeah, there can be some good fights made now that Katie dropped all the belts. I think 135 is gonna start popping off again soon.
What would be your ideal matchup?
Um, hopefully one of those girls. I don't. I'm not good with names, but there's a couple girls I see, in the top 10, one of those named girls that have a lot of experience, 20 plus fights. I think something like that would be good for me next.
All right. Well, Chelsey, if you want to give out your social media for anybody that isn't following you can do so, please do. And those are all my questions. I want to thank you, obviously, for coming on. And
Yeah,
when
thank you.
you and your team have, something scheduled, get you back on.
All right, sounds good. My Instagram is Chelsey, Chelseey, with 2 underscores MAE. Follow me on Instagram.
All right, champ. There you have it, ladies.